Hi student friends, today I am going to speak on macroeconomic concepts and variables, and in this class I'll be speaking on 5 important macroeconomic variables. In this class I'll be speaking on consumption function, investment function, inflation, deflation, and finally stagflation. Consumption function refers to income consumption relationship. It is actually functional or mathematical relationship between two aggregates, total consumption and total income. Mathematically, the relationship can be represented by C is equal to Fy, where C stands for consumption, Y stands for income, and F stands for functional relationship. Here we have to remember one thing, that here C is dependent variable and Y is independent variable. This means that the value of consumption is determined by the value of income. Okay? This diagram shows the consumption function. You can see here two lines. One is parallel to x-axis and another one is upward sloping. Okay? The parallel to x-axis line is autonomous consumption line because it is income inelastic. Whatever be the level of income, the consumption does not change. But the line going upward, this line starts from the point A, and that is induced consumption. What is induced consumption line or induced consumption? Induced consumption is that consumption which is induced by the income. That means the income level determines the induced consumption. Kothakini moi tumaloko khoske bujai disu. Etia swa eta kotha, suppose tumar income nai, tumi ki nakhai thakiba niki ba nakhai thakiba pariba niki. If you remain without food, you will not be able to survive. So kibake holeo তুমি বড় কৰি বা কিবাকে হলেও তুমি তোমাৰ যিখিনি basic needs সেখিনি তুমি ফুলফিল কৰিবই লাগিব if you want to survive in the earth. So OA part খিনি যে দেখিছা সেখিনি হল basic consumption. সেখিনি তোমাৰ ইনকাম থাকক বা না থাকক তুমি সেখিনি consumption maintain কৰিবই লাগিব. That is autonomous consumption. সেইকাৰণে consumption functional যিটো relationship হেতু যেটো ইনকামৰ লগত হেকাৰণে এটো স্টার্ট হৈছে পয়েন্ট এ ৰ পৰা ঠিক আছে আমি স্লাইডটো চেঞ্জ কৰো এতিয়া ইনভেষ্টমেন্ট ফাংশন নো কি ইনভেষ্টমেন্ট ফাংশন simply is the mathematical relationship between the investment and the rate of interest. Okay, and that is why we write it mathematically as I is equal to FR, where I is income and I is investment and R is rate of interest. Etia eta kotha soa investment function ako dui prokarar hobo pare, mane investment dui prokarar, eta soa left hand side aru eta right hand side. Left hand side to whole autonomous investment and right hand side to whole induced investment. What is autonomous investment? Autonomous investment is independent of the level of income and is therefore income inelastic, whereas induced investment is real investment and it is induced by profit or income. Hey karone swa left hand side of the diagram ase, the curve is parallel to x-axis And what does it mean? It means that autonomous investment is income inelastic. Mane income or logot yar kono সম্পৰ্ক নাই, কোনো relation নাই. For example, when the amount of income is OM1, the investment is I1. I1M1. When income is OM2, the autonomous investment is I2M2. And both are equal. I mean, I1M1 is equal to I2M2. Tamani ate ki bujaise investment change howa nai. Eta right hand side aswa cardal upor opini gise. That means it is income elastic. For example, initially when the income level is OM1, the invest level is OI1. When the income increases to OM2, the investment increases to I2. That means it is responding to the income. Another important macroeconomic variable is inflation. Inflation, simply speaking, is the increase in the price level over a particular period of time. Inflation or karone ki hoy? The purchasing power of money decreases. Agote 100 tokare tumi jikhini bostu paisila, ekitia hekhini bostu kiniboloi tumar 200 toka lagibo. Why? Because the value of rupee has decreased. And this type of situation is called inflation. Diagram to chua moi beleg type or inflation or idea dibo bisarisu. Creeping, walking, running, galloping. What is creeping inflation? It is the mildest type of inflation. The government has sometimes to resort to creeping inflation to make the economy dynamic. In case of walking inflation, the rate of increase in the price level acquires the greater speed and rapidity. Inflation ako running ketia hoy? When the rate of increase in the price level further is accelerated. The price level under this type of inflation rises approximately by 10% every year. Etia kotha to hol hokolotke dangerous situation hoise galloping inflation, jituk ami hyperinflation bulio kong. Under this type of inflation, the prices rise every minute and there is no upward limit to which the price level may rise in course of time. Tar mane bostu bahinir dam minute bari thake, ghontai bari thake. Etia dhora olop agote tumi jodi chaulor kilo 20 toka koisil dukaniye, kichu somoy pisot dukanot jabo, কিছু সময় পিছত গলে কব 20 টাকা 30 টাকা তাৰছত 40 টাকা তাৰছত 50 টাকা সো এটুকে কয় galloping inflation and that is dangerous for an economy. Deflation to ekabare easy, inflation or just ulota to. Inflation or bostur dam badhi jay, bostur dam badhe. Our deflation or bostur dam komi jay. As a result of deflation, price level decreases, money value increases. Okay? Finally, stagflation. Stagflation refers to a situation when a high rate of inflation occurs simultaneously with a high rate of unemployment. The existence of a high rate of unemployment means that the reduced level of GNP. Stagflation or history to tumalok olop koi disu moi. 1973 লৈ সব ঠিকে আছিল 1973 কি হল যিবোৰ দেখে অয়েল এক্সপোর্ট কৰে সিহঁতৰ ইউনাইটেড হল and they formed a cartel agreement which is known as OPEC OPEC form হোৱাৰ লগে লগে অয়েলৰ যেটো সাপ্লাই হেতু shrink হল সাপ্লাই shrink হোৱাৰ লগে লগে অয়েলৰ প্ৰাইসটো বাঢ়ি গল আৰু তেতে কি হল ইনফ্লেশন হল particularly in developed countries the most adversely affected country was USA আৰু কথাটো হয়ও দিয়াছোন কাৰণ কিয় আজি যদি পেট্ৰল বা ডিজেলৰ দাম বহুত বাঢ়ি যায় তেতিয়ালে কি হ'ব ফ্যাক্টৰী বন্ধ হ'ব যানবাহন কিছুমান ট্ৰাক বন্ধ হৈ যাব তেতিয়া কি হ'ব কিছুমান ফ্যাক্টৰীত কি হ'ব সো 200 জন ওয়ার্কার আছিলে ফ্যাক্টৰী ওনাৰে 100 জন ৰিলিজ দিব আৰু 100 জন ৰাখি থৈ দিব কাৰণ মেইনটেইন কৰিব নোৱাৰিব ওয়েজ দিব নোৱাৰিব স্যালাৰি দিব নোৱাৰিব তেতিয়া কি হ'ব there will be unemployment এপিনি বস্তুৰ দামো বাঢ়িব এপিনি unemployment to হ'ব আৰু এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ সিচুৱেচনকে stagflation বুলি কয় হা মই ডায়াগ্ৰাম এটাৰে দেখুৱাইছো ডায়াগ্ৰামটো চোৱা x axisত real GDP লৈছো আৰু y axisত price level লৈছো the downward sloping black curve and the upward sloping black curve aggregates demand and aggregate supply curve both cut each other and they are in equilibrium and they obtain the full employment level তাৰ পাছত কি হল এই মই যিবোৰ কাৰণ কলো হেবোৰ কাৰণত কি হল সাপ্লাই কাৰ্ভডাল লেফট সাইডে গুচি গল shrink হৈ গল সাপ্লাই কমি গল সাপ্লাই shrink হৈ যোৱাৰ লগে লগে কি হল the new supply curve is red line to দেখিছা ন upward sloping curve এইটো তাতে সোৱা কি হৈছে as the supply curve shrinked the price level has gone up and there is a decrease in the happening gusi gise the GDP has real GDP decreased and this resulted in stagflation with this we came to the end of this discussion if you have any question please post to me thank you so much have a good time